guys, welcome to this week's video. So today's video is sort of like a back to school-ish type video, but also not really. It's about my iPad, which I use for school, so it's like I'm kind of putting it under that category of like kind of back to school type videos, since I don't really do like back to school videos anymore like I used to. I'm just gonna be showing you guys what's on it and kind of like the apps that I'm going to be using for school and stuff, because I haven't actually used it for school yet because I just got it this past summer. Yeah, and then I'm gonna also make a separate video once school starts showing you exactly like how I use it and like how I maximize my productivity with it, all that fancy stuff. So yeah, let's just get into it and we'll see what's on it. It's not much, but I figured it'd be kind of fun to do one of these since I haven't done a like what's on my blank, you know, like phone or whatever in a hot second. So let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna sit to the side because then I'm gonna screen record and put the screen here, hopefully, if I'm not dumb. Also, it's so hot in this room. The iPad that I have is the newest one. Like, I don't even 1000% know what it's called. I believe it's the iPad Air 4th generation. I know it's the newest iPad Air in purple, and it's gorgeous. I was debating between purple and blue, but I went with the purple just because I feel like I might get sick of the blue faster. I don't know, I just thought the purple was like a really pretty, like nice purple color. And yeah, like I said, just the iPad Air. It's a lot lighter than I thought it would be. The case makes it way heavier. And the case that I have for it is just one from Amazon. I'll try to link it below. It comes in like so many different colors. I just typed in like iPad Air case into Amazon and found this one because I wanted like one that would match the color purple that it is, which it doesn't do that perfectly, but it mostly does. And it's like a portfolio type one that like folds open and then it like wakes up and you can have it like that. It's very nice. And I specifically wanted one that had like a pencil holder, an Apple pencil holder on the side, because I knew I'd lose it if I didn't have one, even though I know it like obviously magnetizes to that side, but I feel like that can like fall off easily. So I like having it in this little pocket and I know it's in there all the time, which that's another thing that I got for it, was an Apple Pencil, because like I said, I'm using it for school. I'm using this as a notebook, but we'll get into that later. And then my screen protector that I have for it is not put on the best because I messed up while I was doing it, so there are a few little like air bubbles in it. But the screen protector I have is called Paperlike. I think it's literally just like paperlike.com. I found them from like all the other YouTubers like what's on my iPad videos. So it's just a screen protector that literally makes your iPad feel like you're writing on paper, which will be perfect for school. So I really wanted to get one of those. It just kind of like has more resistance when you're writing, if that makes sense, so it doesn't feel like you're just writing on glass. But yeah, so those are like the accessories that I have for it. Now let's get into what's actually on my iPad. Where's the screen recording? Can I not screen record on this? Wait, that would suck. Never mind, I was just dumb and didn't know how to find it. Okay, let me just start the screen recording. So when you first open it up, obviously it's just the lock screen, and my background is just from Pinterest. I literally searched like iPad wallpaper, I'm pretty sure. So it's just like, it's really cute. You can see, oh, I guess you can't, but it's, yeah, you saw it. So, and then I just have the thumbprint, which I really like that they have the thumbprint rather than face like recognition on iPads, because then like when I'm in class I can just like discreetly open it up instead of having to be like scan my face in the middle of class. So I really like that. Yeah, so this is my first page. I feel like it's really cute and like aesthetic. I don't know, to me it's like definitely my taste. Yeah, and I feel like it matches like the background and everything really nicely too, but I might be looking for a new background soon because I've had this one the whole time I've had my iPad. Where even was I? Okay, yeah, I feel like everything like is laid out really nicely on this first page. I guess I'll actually start with my like bottom like bar that's along down here. And I really like that you can add like so many apps to it, because I feel like that'll be really convenient for working on stuff, I guess. So I just have Chrome, which is what I use for the internet, and Safari. I actually don't know why I have both Chrome and Safari there. I actually don't like that. Yeah, because I don't use Safari except for like when links bring me to Safari. Moving on, then I have Word, which is where I write all my essays, which I won't really be writing essays with this necessarily, but like if I ever need to check it and like go over it or like, you know, do like editing or whatever, if I'm not fully typing it, if that makes sense, it'll just be nice to have on here. And then I have email, which is just my personal email, YouTube, because obviously, and I also watch YouTube on here, Spotify, self-explanatory also. Photos, and yeah, and then those are just like recently used apps on the other side of that bar. So those are just like the apps that I probably use the most, that aren't on like, you know, the first or second page, easy to get to. Anyways, at the top I have a little widget that has the date and the time, and obviously it tells you like your battery and stuff too, which is just obviously convenient for when you're like first opening it up. Lately I like never know what day it is. Even though I literally have a watch that tells me what day it is, I just never know. So this will be nice to know. Then below that I just have another widget with a clock, the clock app, obviously. And next to that I have a Canvas widget, which is what my school uses for like obviously homework and literally all of our online class stuff. Any stuff from class that is online is on Canvas. If you're in college, you probably know Canvas, or use something similar to it. Anyways, then next to that we have the weather, because I like constantly check the weather. Then below the clock and Canvas I have my Google Calendar, which I don't know why it says no events for today when I literally have like filming, like you can see I have like filming this and uploading another video. But anyways, then below that is just like the sun, and it shows like where it is in the sky at this point, which I don't really look at that much, but I think it's like, I don't know, it's kind of cool. It's kind of like a cute little thing to like see where the sun is. Like it's starting to like go down now, so that's really cute to me. And it just like matches, like the light pink of it just really matches nicely, I feel like. Okay, and then next to that, getting into, these are like probably my 4 most used apps that are gonna be mostly used on my iPad. Number 1 is GoodNotes, which is what basically everyone uses to take notes on the iPad. So when I first open it up, it just has like folders. I have my fall 2022 semester, which is already all set up with all my classes and notebooks for that and stuff, which I think is really cute. But then next to that I just have a personal folder, which is where I do like to-do lists, or it's where I plan out my YouTube videos now and everything too, so it's just like a bunch of little boring stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's really cool because it's just, like I said, I'm using this as just a notebook. Here, let me not do that. I'll show you guys a little example. Here, I'll do a quick note. Like you can literally just write on it like, I'm taking notes, like a little notebook. And I think that's so perfect, especially for now, like when so many things are online for school. Like it's just nice to have my notes online, but I don't like typing them because then I don't remember anything. So I wanted a way to take online notes that wasn't typing, and this is obviously perfect. So love GoodNotes. It was like $5 or $10, I think. They do have like a free trial where you get like 3 free notebooks, but I needed more than that for class and for everything obviously, so I just decided to buy the whole thing because I knew I was gonna need it eventually, so yeah. Okay, moving on is Canvas, which is what I talked about earlier. None of my classes are in it yet, but that's actually an old class from last year. But yeah, so nothing in it, which looks very nice right now for summer, but in a few weeks it's gonna be way different. Below those two I have Outlook, which is what my school uses for email. And I basically check that like 20 times a day at least, especially during the semester. So gotta have that on my homepage, like always checking it. I should probably switch that out with my like, you know, email that's down here. That would actually be smarter, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, always checking that. Constantly like have anxiety about missing stuff / missing like messages. Anyways, next to that I have OneDrive, which is like the Microsoft version of Google Drive, and like I said, my school uses like Microsoft, so that's where all my stuff for school is. And yeah, obviously I'm gonna want that on there. I'm not gonna open either of those two up because it's just like stuff for school. Anyways, moving on to the second page. I love my little widgets on this page. I just put 2 like picture widgets in each corner, and then I connected them to 2 different Pinterest boards because I figured because I tried connecting them to just one Pinterest board, but they were like showing the same pictures, so I just made 2 different Pinterest boards of like random little cute little graphics and whatever little messages, which I think are so cute. So there's 2 little, you know, sweet little messages waiting for me, or like a picture of a cat or something. I don't even remember what's on those Pinterest boards. Yeah, I just think it's so cute, and it changes like every hour. It shows a new picture. Moving on, I'm like slouched over. Moving on to the first app on this page is Procreate, which I kind of didn't need, but at the same time I really wanted. It's like $10 as well. It's the app that, you know, everyone does their graphic drawings on. I mostly use it for my thumbnails. If you've noticed, my style of thumbnails has kind of changed. I'm still trying to like figure out through trial and error what has worked best for me. Yeah, you can see some of my thumbnails I've done. and whatever that little mushroom is. And then I tried to make a new like channel banner, but that didn't really work out, so we'll try and make a new one. Next to Procreate, we have Pinterest, which like I said, I use for my little widgets, but I also just like scrolling through it on this like bigger screen. It's just so nice and calming to scroll through Pinterest and just look at cute little pictures. Like, it's just so fun to me. I don't know, love Pinterest. Then we have Camera, which I never use because who's taking pictures on their iPad like this? Like, that is actually so funny to me, but yeah, obviously I don't really use the camera. Reminders, I literally just have that there to like fill a space because I don't use reminders on my iPad. I might use them more during the school year. Now that I think about it, that would actually be a good idea. But I mostly just use it on my phone because yeah, that's what I always have in my hand. Anyways, below that is Clock, or like the next row down is Clock, which I have the widget. I actually don't know why I have that app because I have the widget on the first page, but it's okay. Next to that, I have wow, can I speak? I have the 3 streaming services that I have, Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus. So yeah, so I can watch it on my iPad. Okay, moving on, we have Google Photos, which is where I have literally all my pictures from like previous phones and everything all backed up. Next to that, I have Pages and Numbers, which Pages, is that like, I've used both of these. Oh yeah, Pages, okay. That's like Apple's version of Word or like Google Docs, I believe. Anyways, next to those two, I have the App Store because gotta get apps on here somehow. Then after that, we have Keynote, which is like, you know, what's the word? Like a PowerPoint thing, which I figured I'd just keep that on here in case I ever need it. I don't know if I ever will, but we'll see. Then FaceTime, which I don't think I've ever used FaceTime on my iPad. Below that, we have Files, which not really sure why I have that on here. And then next to that, we have the Apple Store, which I like to just browse through and wonder what it would be like to be rich and afford all of that stuff, because it's like the, I like haven't been opening the apps, but you can see, well, if it loads, yeah, you can see it's like all the new products. Like, look at that iPhone. That's such a pretty color. But I didn't get that color because I felt like it would be really, I would get sick of it really fast. Like, it's just so nice to go like online shopping on this big screen too. It's nice. And I can like look at Apple Watch bands and look at them. They're all cute. Okay, moving on. Now we're finally onto the last page. I said there wasn't much on this iPad yet. I'm been talking here for like 20 minutes. Okay, last page is my like YouTube related page type thing. So very first thing we have is YouTube Studio, which shows me all my analytics and numbers and stuff. I just uploaded a video an hour ago, my last video, summer vlog. 12 views, yeah, that's so, it's just so fun to like, look. Why is everyone making the most noise? That is like garbage truck. Next to that, speaking of subscribers, we have sub count, which doesn't even count by like the individual number. It counts, it like rounds up or down by 5, you know, like to the nearest 10, if that makes sense. So I find that kind of funny because it's like you can't even see the exact number, but it's whatever. Next to that, I have Fonto and PhotoGrid and Visco, which I use all those to edit my thumbnails, which I used to edit my thumbnails on my phone actually, which is kind of funny to me because it's like that's such a small screen, like I don't even know how I did that on there. But now I edit all them on my iPad, so it's so fun, like I said earlier, to like get really creative with it. I'll use the PhotoGrid if I'm making like a collage type thing. Otherwise I'll use Fonto to like format everything and make it the right size, and then add, if I'm adding like little pictures like in my last thumbnail. And then obviously Visco to like fix the colors in it and everything. And then after I'm done in there, then I'll bring it over to Procreate like I mentioned earlier and add little, you know, letters, words, or like little doodles to it if I want. And then below that on the next row we have Canva, which is like something, okay, yeah, see, I literally haven't even signed into that, but I figured it might be something that would benefit my major, or one of my majors is media studies. Next to that we have Photoshop, which is, I have Photoshop and then Lightroom. I literally don't even know. Lightroom I use same as Visco to like edit pictures, and then Photoshop I just use, like I said, for thumbnails if I need to like cut something out or like put, you know what Photoshop is. Like, if I just need to get a little bit more creative with my thumbnails, I use those too. Then we have Notes, which I don't use, but maybe I'll find myself using more during the school year. Translate, don't really know why I have that on there, I might delete that. Then we have Color Widgets and Widgetsmith, which are just like what I use to make these two widgets, and then this clock widget. Then we have music, which I have Spotify, so I don't even really need that app. And then photo booth. I didn't realize iPads came with photo booth. Oh, that's lovely. Wow, that's really cute. Anyways, that's kind of funny. Okay, then we have magnifier, which, again, I've never used. That's funny. That's really funny, actually. Anyways, and then find my, you know, like iPhone, iPad, whatever. Obviously, I want to keep that on here for safety reasons. And then authenticator, which is what I have to use to sign into literally all of my school accounts. Like almost every time I log into them, there's like double factor or like two-factor authentication. So that's so fun and not inconvenient or frustrating at all. Anyways, then settings. It's really not that bad. I'm being dramatic, but it is kind of annoying. Anyways, then we have settings, and settings are settings. I'm not gonna explain that one. So that is what is on my iPad, and yeah. Why did the sun just decide to leave? Okay. I'm just gonna finish this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next week for another video. Bye.